Hello and welcome to another of SWAT's videos on some topical issues. My name is David Norris. I'm the Training Director here at SWAT, and we've been going around the country talking about the new UK financial reporting framework, and so we thought it would be good just to run through some of the headlines with you now. If you want to go into any more detail, then please do look at our website and look at the full range of courses that we've got available. So for now, let me show you an image. This is where we were for periods commencing 1st of January 2014. So you can see from that framework that medium and large companies applying proper UK GAAP, they've got SAPs and FRSs to worry about. Smaller companies, they have the much loved, familiar FRSI 2008. And then at the bottom, we've got these funny little micro entities where they've got very simplified reporting and slightly simpler accounting rules bolted on the bottom. Contrast that with where we're going. This image shows you the reporting framework for periods commencing 1st of January 2015. So, big changes for medium and large companies in that image, and hopefully you're already aware of that. Your medium and your large companies, they're going to have to deal with FRS 102. Big changes in the accounting and disclosure for some of those entities. Perhaps what's been less talked about is what's happening slightly smaller down the scale. If we look at small companies, they get to adopt a FRSI. Not the FRSI we're used to, they get to adopt a FRSI, the FRSI 2015. So this FRSI, it has everything we're used to in the previous FRSI, but it has two main additions that I like to remind people about. Number one, the write-off period for goodwill is the same as the current version of FRS 102. So you must write it off over its useful economic life. If that cannot be assessed reliably, then the period must be set by the directors of no more than 5 years. Now it's likely to change in 102 to become 10 years, but the FRSI is stuck with the old 5-year rule. The second thing to think about in FRSI 2015 is that the full definition of related parties is pulled in from FRS 8, or essentially the same as in FRS 102. So if you were used to the slightly smaller, woollier definitions in the current FRSI, and especially if it's an audit, you're going to need to be having robust conversations with your client about how the rules have changed for FRSI 2015. At the bottom of that slide, we still have micro entities, and we'll come back to talking about those in a moment. But they essentially won't see any big change in their requirements from 14 to 15 year ends. Now let's look on again what happens for periods commencing 1st of January 16. The headline there on that slide is that small companies get sucked into the accounting of FRS 102. So if you've been thinking, I can ignore all these amazing CPD courses on 102 because my clients are all small, I'm afraid that's going to change for periods commencing 1st of January 16. So be aware that all of the accounting requirements in FRS 102 are going to apply to small companies from that period. If you remember the image we showed, it does say reduced disclosure framework, so there's reduced disclosure for small companies, but it is the same accounting requirements. Micro entities over at the bottom, they still exist, the size criteria doesn't change, but to have slightly simpler documents to look at for them, we have FRS 105. Not quite out yet, but it is nearly ready to go. And that could be an increasingly useful document. We're going to talk in future videos about what the reduced disclosure framework is and actually what's happening with micros and why they might be useful. But for now, I hope that was helpful. Please keep looking at the channel for more information in future. Thank you.